Everyone doing? Okay, I'm back. We're on page 86. 86. 86. And there's a QR code here on the bottom. Okay, QR code right there. And question one is already completed. So we're going to do 2, 3, and 4. And then you will complete 5, 6, 7, 8, and you can send me the answers. Okay. So I have on the board 2B, 3B, and 4B. So I'll read 2A, 3A, and 4A, and then we will complete 2, 3, and 4B. 2A, I have to fix my credit. What should I do? So the answer is you blank talk to a debt counselor. He can help you. Okay, so we're talking about using should or could. Okay, you blank talk to a debt counselor. He can help you. So what's the right modal here? Is it could or is it should? You should. So the answer is you should talk to a debt counselor. He can help you. So if we diagram it, you, subject pronoun, should is a modal verb, talk is a verb, to is a preposition in this sentence, a adjective, debt adjective, counselor is a noun. He, subject pronoun, can, modal verb, help, verb, you, pronouns. Okay. So let's look at 3. I'll read 3A and then we will work on 3B. Can you suggest a nice restaurant? It's my wife's birthday. 3B, you should blank try Chow's, or how about Anita's? Or how about Anita's? Question. So is it should or could? What do you think? What do you think? The answer is you could. Try Chow's, or how about Anita's? Okay, so let's diagram it. You, subject pronoun, could, modal verb, try is going to be a verb, Chow's, it's a name of a restaurant, it's a noun, or conjunction, how is going to be an adverb about preposition Anita's noun. You could try Charles, or how about Anita's? So let's look at 4B. 4B. Why don't you get tickets to a concert? Or you blank buy her a CD. And I'll read it again, 4A. It is my niece's 16th birthday next week. What could I get her? 4B, why don't you get tickets to a concert or you blank buy her a CD? Okay, so let's look at it. Why don't you get a ticket to a concert? Or you could buy her a CD. Okay. So here we have why is going to be an adverb. Don't is a contraction. It's going to be a verb. Okay. And an adverb together. You, subject pronoun. Get is a verb. Tickets, a noun. To is a preposition. A is an adjective. Concert is a noun. Or conjunction. You is going to be subject pronoun. Could modal verb. Buy a verb. Her a pronoun. A adjective. CD is a noun. I can't stretch that far. Okay. So we completed 2, 3, and 4. So please, if you have the book or the QR code, complete 5A and B, 6A and B, 7A and B, and 8A and B, and send it to me. And the best method is to email me. Okay? Email me. So now we're going to look. I have to change the board. Give me a second. We're going to look at modal verbs. Modal verbs. Okay. So there's quite a few modal verbs. And modal verbs are usually classified as auxiliary verbs, not helping verbs, auxiliary verbs. And here we have some. First one, ought. Ought is usually not used here in America. It probably is used in England or different countries that use British English. Instead of using ought, we use should. Should. So ought is technically giving advice, and I have a sentence here I wrote, I ought to see her. I ought to see her. Okay? The next modal verb, which we use a lot here in America, is should. Should gives advice and is polite. And I wrote a sentence. You should see a doctor. You should see a doctor. I'm not saying you must see a doctor. That's strong. Or you have to see a doctor. That's strong also. I'm saying you should. The next modal verb is could. So could expresses possibility and suggestion. Okay? It could be a possibility or suggestion. So I wrote a sentence. Could you read the book? Could you read the book? I'm making a suggestion. Could you read the book? The next modal is going to be would. Would. Possibility. I wrote a sentence. I would like you to read that book. I would like you to read that book. Then we have will. Will is the present of would. Would is the past form of the modal. Will is a possibility and it's a promise. I will be in Vietnam by 8 a.m. tomorrow. I will be in Vietnam by 8 a.m. tomorrow. The next modal, may. May is also a possibility. I may be able to see you soon. I may be able to see you soon. Hopefully this crisis will end and we'll be back in the classroom soon. Okay? Hopefully. The next modal verb is might. Might is a possibility. They might be in the car. The glasses might be in the car. Your wallet might be in the car. They might be in the car. Okay? The next modal verb, can, expresses ability. I can drive the car. I can drive the car. Next modal verb, must, obligation, strong obligation. You must do your homework. You must do your homework. Not you should. You must do your homework. Don't be lazy. Do your homework. Send me the homework on email. You should do your homework. Next modal, have to. 2 words, have and to. Obligation and is strong also. I have to work today. I'm not lazy. Are you lazy? I have to work today. I'm working right now. I have to work today. Next modal, shall. Possibility. I shall see you tonight. I shall see you tonight. Not I will see you tonight. Because if I say I will see you tonight, there's a very good chance I will see you tonight. But if I say I shall see you tonight, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Okay? On the bottom, I wrote, these modals They can express ability, possibility, permission, obligation, and advice. Read it again. Modal verbs can express ability, possibility, permission, obligation, and advice. And to make modal verbs negative, we add not. Couldn't or could not. Shouldn't or should not. So to make them negative, we have to include the word not. Modal verbs cannot be congregated. They cannot be congregated. Okay? So again, we'll go over them real quick. Ought, which is not used a lot. Rarely is it used here in this country. Rarely. Advice, I ought to see her. Should, advice, and it's polite. You should see a doctor. You should see a doctor. Could, possibility, suggestion. Could you read the book? Could you read the book? Would, possibility. I would like to read that book. I would like to read that book. Will, possibility, promise. I will be in Vietnam by 8 a.m. tomorrow. I will be in Vietnam by 8 a.m. tomorrow. May, possibility. I may be able to see you soon. I may be able to see you soon, hopefully. Might, possibility. They might be in the car. They might be in the car. Can, ability. I can drive the car. I can drive the car. Must, obligation, strong obligation. You must do your homework. You must do your homework. Have to, obligation, strong. I have to work today. I'm working today. I have to work today. Shall, possibility. I shall see you tonight. I shall see you tonight. Okay? And modal verbs express, once again, ability, an ability, possibility, permission, obligation, and advice. And to make them negative, you have to add not. Couldn't or could not, shouldn't or should not. Okay? So you have to use not. Okay. So this is information here that you could use with modal verbs. Take the modal verbs like should, could, would, will, might, can, must, have to. Write sentences and send me the sentences. Please email me. Thank you. We'll be back shortly. Ciao.